baby. We styling and profiling with our fucking fur coats, baby. Magna TA and Dustin Rose. We have the camembert in our pockets. Baby doll is like down below the camera. You can't feed baby doll right now. She is licking our pockets of our fur coats right now because we got the camembert in the pocket. Baby,
so good,
it is
baby.
so styling, profiling, baby. Ric Flair, you can't touch this.
You know what hard times are? Is when you cannot get the camembert, baby. Those are hard times. When all the teas in the world is all that miracle tea, that ghetto teas everybody lined up for. That's hard times, baby.
Ghetto cheese, baby. We have pork and beans, ghetto cheese. Yeah. That's what's going on.
Praise Jesus,
tea, baby. You
gotta
go and get that.
Hey
you
there,
gotta go
YouTubers.
and get that line.
Welcome back to Post Analysis Hangout. And we've got Dusty Rhodes in the house, baby. How you doing tonight, baby?
There's a whole bunch of Dusty Rhodes in here, baby.
Oh, yeah.
All the Dusty Rhodes.
All Dusty Rhodes all night long.
We're fine. We're profile. We got all the teasers. We got everything, baby. And that's his hard time because right
Dusty
now,
Rhodes, and I got my son Dustin. He's dusting right now. He's cleaning this shit up.
Baby, he's cleaning it up. And some of these people have Budweiser in their bellies, and that's hard time.
That's hard times, baby. You're not the bull of the woods if you're drinking Budweiser. That's all I have to say.
Well, let's talk about what we're drinking now. What are you drinking now?
I'm drinking a Nimble Giant from Trugs Brewing Company, and I got this 4-pack for $6, baby. That's good time.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
Not a Roger deal.
Yep. What are you drinking?
It is.
What are you drinking, Lee?
I am finishing off some Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh,
he's got
hot times.
Hot time.
It's not hard times. What are you talking about? I'm going to move to something better very soon, but and I had something better before I had Pabst Blue Ribbon. I've been drinking most of the afternoon because it's been very hot and bullshit.
You almost sound like a more hipster version of Ewart right now.
You, Paul.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Paul.
Yeah, that's
Paul, I have a question right now, Paul. Do you still want to be friends?
Well, it depends on what you were drinking before the Pabst Blue Ribbon, man.
Be friends. We'll do.
Oh, man, we be friends? I have to.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
Why can't Lee be friends? Why can't Lee be friends?
There's some consideration that Buster Rose has to put on now, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Well, I'm sure that Jezebel baby doll brought you that Pabst Blue
Baby
Ribbon.
doll!
Pod, baby. Tear the pod.
All right. Chris, what are you drinking?
Oh, hi. I'm drinking from the Lock Street Brewery in Port Dalhousie. Their Carousel Red.
I'm waiting for the word nitro to come out. Yeah. The nitro red arrow.
Did they actually call it Dalhousie in your fucking neck of the woods?
It's
Port Dalhousie.
Port Dalhousie in Ontario. It's Dalhousie in
yes, Dalhousie. Regular people say that shit.
Thank you, Lee. I've been saying that the whole time, but every time I go to Ontario,
you're talking about
it down.
Wait, is this an
I don't know. But
do we like we're in Canada? We all speak English. Do we speak the same fucking language? What the fuck is going on?
English here.
No,
we're separated by common language, all of us.
All right. Joe, what are you drinking?
I like Budweiser so much, I moved on to Bud Light, so I'm just taking it down right now. Pretty enjoyable.
I see. I'm having the same thing.
Very crisp, clean, refreshing. Oh man, it's tasty.
It's purified, baby. It's purified.
Right.
Baby, purified, baby.
And Greg, hopefully with a shirt on. What are you drinking?
Definitely with a shirt on.
See, stuff in his face.
Unless my skin is yellow, and I'm still finishing my Budweiser.
What are you eating?
That's really dark for Budweiser.
That's dark looking Budweiser.
I mean, your camera is dark, just not that dark.
I'm having great value mini stick pretzels.
Oh boy!
Bought by
Walmart.
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to Walmart.
Walmart.
I don't where in Canada can you pick up Bud Noir? Because that's fucking dark as shit. Because I'd like
it's the LCBO. It's a regular release.
Yeah, it's like you poured rum into it or something.
It's like the Prohibition brew.
He's drinking the Freedom Reserve Lager, the new one. He's all about it. That's what it looks like. Trust me.
Also, I gotta tell you guys, when it comes to the cheese debate, I know it's simple, but a good aged cheddar pretty much beat everything.
A nice Irish cheddar, a Dubliner, something like that would be good.
Oh, like Guinness cheddar.
Fuck you.
No one said Guinness, chatter. We're gonna need you to settle down.
No one
Guinness chatter. What was it?
You can't say the word Guinness and Budweiser in the same chat, otherwise.
Yeah, Nick didn't even say
no
Guinness.
one's like,
He said Guinness.
How about Guinness?
Yeah, if you say Guinness and Budweiser 3 times in a mirror, the ghost of Jay Terrio will come and haunt you.
Now,
yeah.
We're talking about the foreign extra stout. Then
he died.
Then maybe.
Sadly, no, he did not. He did not die. No.
Nick didn't even say Guinness. He said gayness.
Gayness. The gayness is high.
I said Guinness. It's a real thing.
No. Replay the fucking chat. You said gayness.
Gayness.
We have Earth and Rod in the chat. Both of those.
Yeah, Rod in chat.
Freudian slip.
Oh, why aren't they in the chat?
I'm gonna send the invite. Hey, Nick, can I send an invite to my friend Nick?
Hey, Nick.
There's like 18 of them. Can I send one?
Can I stream some Olympic curling?
Send Rod a link. Yeah, go ahead. Send Rod a link.
Yeah, as long as it's not drunken one, send it around. Oh, whackity schmackity.
Wow. Oh, that's all right. We all know how you feel. It's good. All right, yeah, as long as you don't send that to Drunken One or Redbeard.
No, Redbeard's all right.
Are you okay with Redbeard?
Redbeard,
yeah. You weren't. You weren't.
I wasn't. No, I wasn't. But I've learned to tolerate him.
Yeah,
it's not like you love the guy.
No,
it's not like you've had having sex with him like 12 times. The gayness is high.
The gayness cheese.
Hey! Tolerating sex are totally different things.
Hey, I've had sex with my ex-wife for a long time, and I never tolerated her. So
there you go. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying.
I'm not saying baby.
The fuck, Craig's in here. He's gonna class this shit up.
What could have done about that?
He just made this joke.
He's gonna show us how to properly wank.
He's gonna give us an old man joke in 5, 3, 2, 1.
What'd you review, Craig?
Clockwork Tangerine by Brewdog.
Did you say cock?
That's what you wanted to hear, and that might have been also what they brewed, but they didn't call it that, unfortunately.
Yeah, Cockwork Tangerine.
Is that supposed to be the replacement for Elvis juice, or like a?
No, it's
what does it say?
It's a replacement for Hop Fiction. It's their second quarterly seasonal release.
Can I say something to you, Craig, that you need to hear? Brewdog is a modern-day rebellion against faceless corporate, I can't say that, bureaucracy, and the bland, soulless beer they industrially produce. Ditch the mainstream and say hello to Brewdog. How many cans of that do you think they released in a year? More than 10?
Yeah, probably.
Probably, you bastards. You capitalistic pieces of crap.
Yeah, but they say ditch the mainstream, so they're almost saying ditch Brewdog then, aren't they, really? So that's the way they are kind of going now, so... It's 10 years they've been going, so that's a long time in beer, so... But yeah, it's okay. It's not too bad. It's only a session IPA. It's nothing trivial.
Nobody's asked me what I'm drinking yet.
Nobody cares.
Nope.
I was hoping you were.
What are you drinking, Nick?
Hammond River, blueberry.
Now we really don't care.
Oh God, where is Ewart right now to chastise you for being a bitch?
So tell everyone how they have ruined the quality, like their AB InBev.
What?
Huh?
Has anyone had Elvis juice besides Peter? Because he sucks. It's like Elvis juice. Elvis's dick. Like,
we reviewed it on my channel with Craig, him, and myself.
Pretty horrible.
It was good for what it is.
Yeah, but you like Budweiser. I just saw you drink it.
I gave it a 4 and a 5, so I would say no.
Yeah,
I did drink it.
Supposed to, you gave it more than a 1, aka your reviews don't
You also
matter.
gave Yingling like a 5 and called it American Wild Ale, so we're even?
No, I gave it a 7 and called it American Wild
Holy
Ale.
shit, you gave it a 7? That makes it even worse.
Because I was trying to be nice, because I was like, well, if it's an American Wild Ale, I guess it's like a 7. It's a little bit less than solid.
There we go.
But normally when it's cold, it gets a 5.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
All right, even the side of the bottle says it's brewed real blueberries, never extracts.
You literally told me offline that they're using.
I was wrong. It was they use a slur.
You are a liar.
Why would you lie to us?
Why is Nick such a liar?
Hey, how is that though?
Puree is that?
It's okay.
No, a puree is not an extract, but he said they were using like fresh blueberries, but then he said they went to like a puree, which will change it up a bit. But first he said extract, and I was like,
it's still very good. Yeah, no, it's not an extract. I was wrong. Sorry. Because I was thinking like the puree that he uses was was an extract, but it's not.
You look a little red today, Nick. Is it hot there?
It's a little hot. It's a little hot in the Maritimes this week.
No, it's
hot.
Either that you have the
country.
What we call down here, we call it the bud fever.
It's a little like Arizona with humidity.
Yeah, that's a shit that sucks. It's the humidity, right? It blows.
The timidity.
Well, it hit 90 here.
In Fahrenheit, it's like between 90 and 110.
I can't even count that high.
Yeah, today was 96 and not even factoring in the humidity, which is fucking not.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Watch out for the midgets.
32 Celsius.
We had amazing amounts of thunderstorms today. I don't know about
I fucking hate you, Paul. I hate you. I love a thunderstorm because usually it's cooler after that.
Like a son of a bitch.
Let's ask Earth. What's going on with the weather right now, Earth?
Hey, Earth.
You are in charge of this.
We need a long-term outlook, Earth. For all
how is beautiful California?
How about everyone shut up and let Earth actually respond to the question?
Lee, I'm going to have to ask you to calm down.
Earth's got it.
I just want to say you're getting hotter every year.
Oh, boy.
It's fucking hot. How about that?
It's gonna rain.
I was waiting for that. It's 65 degrees.
This is a man who's acclimated to hot temperatures.
That's true.
And he's saying it's fucking hot.
At his core, he's boiling hot.
I'm still trying to get acclimated.
Yeah, that's
I've actually been fucking around with people at work. I've actually been wearing a flannel to work, too, and fucking around with people, and they look at me and go, what the fuck?
You're not really fucking with them. You're more or less fucking with yourself.
No, I don't even sweat at work. I'm fine. I'm too dehydrated to sweat. So I don't sweat. So it's like,
all right.
And
I stand corrected.
I said, I'm a maintenance guy. I get to sit in an air-conditioned office all day, so I'm good.
I stand corrected.
Who amongst
it's only
us
102 right now.
Who amongst us hasn't dug a hole into the earth and sat in it?
No, I haven't sat in it, but I put a lot of bitches.
Have you inserted yourself into it?
Of course.
In any capacity?
Of course. It's the salty earth I live in.
One of these days, these jokes will get old, but it is not this day.
It is not this day, my friend. At some point in time, the cops will collate all the evidence, but it is not this day.
It's been like 4 or 5 years. I don't think it's ever going to get old, Greg.
It's very salty.
Yeah,
very salty. Anyway, that's what I'm drinking.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's a fresh one. What are you doing with your life?
It's a can?
It's all right, Joe. I got more.
They started doing. I got
down.
I might actually go into this one right now.
Oh yeah.
2017. I got two 4-packs for $14.
Very apt.
So you're saying you got a Rajay deal? Is that what I'm hearing? Oh fuck! You paid $6.99 each for a 4-pack of Backwoods Bad. What kind of shit is this?
And here's the thing: is the 4-packs of Trogs Nibble Giant is $13.49 because that's the same year that the plague hit Norway. So I remember that. However, I got them for $5.99.
Nice.
So I was like, Rajay deal, baby. I got 2 750s of Chimay, 2 750s of Chimay, $3 each 750.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
I saw a Rajay deal. I didn't buy it because I can't drink all the beer, but a local, like, small grocery store here had a Chill Wave, which is still relatively fresh. It said the best by date was still like 2 months out. $4.99 a 4-pack.
Nice. I got a 6-pack of Expedition Stout for $5.99.
The Expedition Stout is fantastic, especially with some age on it. That's so good, baby.
$5.99.
You know, Rod's watching this thinking, "Oh, you kids."
Yeah, he's fucking. He's like,
I got this for a penny back in my day.
Yeah, I went to the fucking beer store and I paid $7 for the entire fucking store. I now own it. Yeah, we know, Ron.
Actually,
it's okay.
No, you got it wrong. Is they gave me the store and they paid me $20. Yeah. That's
an
hour. Deal.
An hour to maintain it going forward.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, he sent me.
That's a Greg.
He sent me. Yeah, it totally is. He sent Eric, myself, and Todd a beer mail like back in January. And he sent what was it, Spanish beers, and they were imperial stouts. One was Asian brandy, one was bourbon, one was just base. He paid $1.99 each. I just sent Craig some pictures of Premier Gourmet, my local bottle shop.
Okay, now.
All right.
Yo, what number are they on the Fast and the Furious in your neighborhood, Greg?
Like 23.
Makes sense. But anyway, those same beers that Rod paid $1.99 on my shelves are like $6. I don't understand how that man gets the crazy deals that he does. I don't fucking. He's like, oh yeah, they're just on blowout for $1.99. I'm like, I don't see shit like that here. Ever.
That's wrong.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
It's about $8 here.
Wow.
Rod says, and you didn't get it, Joe. I put you guys on the list.
What?
I don't know. Is he making a joke about? Oh, maybe about the actual. He's making a joke about the deals that we're seeing. I get
the
it.
Rod J deals.
Yeah, I get it. Okay. Sorry, Rod. It took me a while. And he says it's a rough life I live.
Yeah, fucking rough as assholes. Yeah.
He's like, I'm never going on a fucking beer run ever. Every single Saturday, there's a beer run video up. Oh, guys, I got 3 cases of beers today, and I paid $10 because I just couldn't pass up these deals. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Rod's a real piece of shit, really, when you think about it.
We don't say that stuff out loud.
I say it out loud. Fuck Rod. Fuck him and his deals. I hate him.
Real deal.
He needs to stop having deals, and he needs to pass them on to other people.
That's right. Rod's a great guy until he gets deals.
Need to buy more whiskey, Rod.
People in beer wasteland.
Yeah, buy more whiskey.
He needs to stop hanging out with Malton Montreal because he's a cunt.
Oh.
Jeez, there we go.
Shots fired.
Send some of these deals over to Beer Wasteland, like that Antwerpen stout. I wouldn't mind trying that.
Oh yeah, he's like,
$1.99
a 4-pack. I'm like, 50 cents a fucking beer.
What the fuck you fucking piece of shit?
I'm like, are you kidding me? That's an all right beer too. It's pretty solid. Certainly for 50 cents, it's fucking amazing.
Fuck.
Rod, I'm sitting here right now drinking Lugo Trade, and I'm pretending to enjoy it. Fuck you.
I just paid more for a fucking can of I paid just as much for a can of Budweiser that he could get an entire 4-pack of Antwerpen stout. What the fuck?
What a piece of shit.
What the fuck?
Well, you pay more when you go to the gas station there, Joe.
I didn't go to the fucking gas station, thank you very much.
Joe, we know you went to the gas station.
I didn't. Although I have, what did I buy? Was it Coors Banquet? I bought it at a 7-Eleven. I didn't get the taquitos because I'm not Nick, but I did get the Coors Banquet.
You should have gotten the taquitos.
I don't think they actually had any taquitos when I was there. Now, who am I kidding? It's fucking 7-Eleven. They have taquitos.
Just ask. Yeah, they'll pull some out the back for you.
Hot dogs and chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, made to order 17 hours ago.
14 hours fucking rotisserie.
Yeah, made to order just means they're pulling it out of the freezer and thawing it out for you.
I want to see the real prissy people that go up and are like, I want you to make mine fresh. Like, you're eating at 7-Eleven, but it needs to be fresh. We're just going to need you to settle down right there. But I'm sure there's
I'm sorry, sir. We cannot make it fresh. It is in the rotisserie, sir.
Okay, no.
What the fuck? Oh, fuck, Craig, you racist fuck.
No.
Laughing at that shit. That's terrible.
He's laughing at something else.
He's British. You can't be racist if you're
I'm
British.
watching something else as well.
He was laughing at the freedom that we have in the U.S. That's all.
That's right. Yeah. He's
laughing at the freedom you have in the U.S. and saying you're welcome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Greg. Really appreciate it,
Yes.
Peter was here. I'd give you both high fives.
Well,
Queen Elizabeth says you're welcome. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whatever, Beach.
The British National Welfare Royal Family says you're welcome.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Splendid.
Splendid indeed.
We are not amused.
Big ass bottle of Lug Trade, baby.
How is that going down? Nice.
Going down good in this fucking bullshit weather. Holy
I'll tell you
fuck.
what, I missed the logo tread, right? The beer analysis. I like that. For
Is that the lug tread or the logo tread?
It's the logo tread.
Logo tread, yeah.
The logo tread.
There's a big
I know. But I went
must
to
have been watching our videos because they've changed the label now where there's no more logo tread. It's just
that's bullshit. Why they gotta change
we're influencers, man. We're influencers. I went to the fucking liquor store today, and it was already 27 degrees without the humidity, and the humidity was coming on in the morning. And then by the time I walked into the liquor store, it was probably like 30 with the humidity, and it just increased from that.
Actually, tonight's a great evening. It's nice and cool.
Fuck you.
No, it's not. It's still like 8 degrees out right now.
Fuck you. Fuck you, Toronto Drift. Just fuck you.
What are you eating? You eating some of your meat?
I'll have some blue cheese, baby.
Oh, baby, they have blue cheese with some
cheese. Some gorgonzola.
Stinky.
Salami to go with.
Oh, baby. Oh, he's eating some salami. Okay.
Get the kielbasa going on.
Kielbasa? We're not all Polish, dude.
Stinky cheese.
Oh, but Chris is.
So in Chris's place, there must be some air conditioning going on because there's no way he's eating that shit in the encumbrant weather.
Oh, you probably got that thing down to like 12 degrees inside your apartment down, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're in the decade of air conditioning, so there you go.
It's only 17. For fuck's sakes. Rod says Joseph.
Let me take it back to Nick for a second. Say Reinheitsgebot.
Reinheitsgebot?
Yeah, Reinheitsgebot.
The Bavarian purity law.
The bot. I was like, is that like a robot that just brews things purely?
Very similar to Guinness, I believe is what he said.
Well, when you think about it, all the Germans and all those Nazi fucks that are Germans are all robots anyway. So fuck those people.
I'm part Nazi German. Yay!
Right.
Nick says a curse like the Midas touch. Everything you touch turns into a deal. Are you talking about Midas touch from Dogfish Head?
Are you?
No, I wasn't talking about
$7.50.
that Midas touch. Sorry.
Jesus.
I said, I sent you that, Lee? I think I sent you the Midas touch.
Yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird, fucking really weird beer. Is what that beer was.
It's Dogfish Head going, oh, let's go with these original ancient grains, yo. And it's like, okay, whatever. Just give me a good beer. And it's like, okay.
It has to be like the worst Dogfish Head beer I ever had was Noble Rot. It is so bad. It is not good at all.
I like that or not.
It's bad.
What was that Dogfish Head one that was made with like chocolate? The Aztec recipe. Forget what it was. Now I gotta look it up.
Yeah.
Next,
still
not
trying to get a hold
prepared
of
for your own
bitches brew.
chat.
Oh, you look. You don't get pictures of beer out there, Irf?
I'm sure we do.
Irf?
I just haven't
Said it
seen
enough,
it anywhere yet.
Irf. Yeah, tell us, Irf. Do you get Dogfish Head stuff out there though?
Yeah.
You just
I
don't
haven't
get it.
seen that one.
Earth gets all the beers.
That's true. I forgot.
Yeah, right.
That was a dumb question.
I got to dig deeper to get it, probably.
Theobroma, that's the one.
Okay, yeah, Theobroma. They have a oak aged, I believe now one oak aged Bitches Brew.
Oh, Bitches Brew was good. Yeah, I had that on cask.
That's a good beer.
Yeah.
Very
Well,
unique.
fuck you, Paul. All right.
Yeah. Face.
Isn't it like the branded it's got like Miles Davis?
It's Miles Davis. Yeah, it's part of their music series that came out.
Okay.
They came out with the Pearl Jam beer. And,
well, believe me, it's way thin for an imperial stout, but it's still good.
What shock.
One of their most underrated beers is their Indian Brown.
I love that beer.
Yeah, it's a great beer. But then they changed it. They call it Black IPA.
It's not called India Brown anymore. It's some kind of other.
Yeah, they call it a Black IPA. It's like what the fuck does it say actually on the label now? Brown IPA. My bullshit.
Bullshit. It's India Brown.
Indian Brown.
It's a fucking hopped up brown ale.
There's
India Brown.
But the fucking base malt is fantastic. I always got like Heath Bar vibes out of it, like the
caramel
coffee.
chocolate.
Yeah, it was fucking fantastic.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's a great beer. It's fucking
and the
stupid.
thing is, the hops didn't muddle up the malt at all.
It accentuated everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, so good. Such a good fucking. Now I don't even want to buy it because it says brown IPA. Now it pisses me off.
No. If it says India Brown, I'll buy it. If not, no, I'm done.
Yeah. Fuck. I want to drink it again. Yep. Now I don't want to.
Now
maybe I should hit up Eric and Lies fan, see if he can get me like a 5 or 6-year-old bottle of it.
Yeah, can you get some 27-year-old bottles? I know that you just buy everything with dust on it because it's supposed to be fresh, you fucking idiot.
Can you go back to that place, Eric, please, to get me not a Brooklyn this time. I need a Dogfish Head, about 6 years old.
Indian Brown. And believe me, if you buy it that's old, even though it has 7 years of dust on it, it's obviously old, you can just fucking yell at the fucking brewery until you get free shit. Yay!
I bet you Indian Brown with fucking 6 years on is probably still fantastic.
Yeah, it still is. But I remember him saying for fact, he said there was dust on the bottles. And he's like, well, I bought it anyway because I thought it would be fresh. There's dust on the bottles. And you're like, it's probably...
Well, you know what I didn't like about that, though? Like, Brooklyn didn't do anything until, I think it was Rod who retweeted somebody else, but, like, he contacted them through, like, 3 different avenues, and they didn't even respond to him. Like,
well, I like the... Oh, here's the thing is, if you usually do that, if you usually do that, that's usually the app reaction is nothing.
And it should be better than that, though, like, as far as, like, you're a craft brewery is like kind of supposed. Now Brooklyn obviously is a bigger one, but like it's like a mom and pop store. They're usually going to take care of you because they want your business again. So it's sad that so many of the breweries don't respond. They should.
They don't want you to spread the bad news.
Yeah, but it's like I'm more likely to fucking spread the bad news.
You're the idiot that bought a 12-year-old fucking bottle of beer, so that's on you. At the same time, though,
it did teach Eric a bit of a lesson because he's like, I'm going to look at dates, and I'm like, yeah. When it comes to IPAs, you always have to look at dates.
Always looked at dates.
And I'll tell you what, if there's no date on it, and it's questionable, I'm not going to take the chance because these fucking beers are expensive now. I'm not going to spend $10, $12, $14 a 4-pack.
I've done this many times because living in PA, there's no guarantee of freshness. There absolutely is.
No, I know. Well, you live in a different fucking world, and we need to talk to Earth about this. Earth, can you do something about this?
I actually had to get to my house quickly today because he was waiting for me to jump on. And as soon as I was in a rush, there was fucking Amish train. I'm like, fucking Amish, get out of my way! Like, God damn it, I'm in a rush. Yeah. So
all the horses.
I think
all the king's horses and all the king's men got in the way of Paul to get to Lee.
I think the bottom line is that breweries shouldn't overextend themselves. I feel like a lot of breweries overextend their fucking reach when they shouldn't. Like breweries that have only been around for a couple of years, they're like already like planning for national expansion and shit like that. It's like, why are you doing that? Don't fucking do it. Build your fucking base.
There's a lot of breweries that build it up, and I think there's a lot of breweries that are waiting for that buyout. They really build it up. They're waiting for that buyout, and when they don't get it, and another brewery near them gets that buyout, I think they're fucking jealous. It's weird.
Because when you compare breweries to when you compare breweries to distilleries, most distilleries, when they're engaging social media and people who review their shit and all that stuff, they're not putting out shitty products. Like they're trying to put out their best possible product because distilleries in their case, they have to sit on this shit for years
for years before they even start.
Yeah, so it behooves them to have a really great fucking product, like the best possible product they can make. Yeah.
Hashtag behoove.
So, like, when they engage people...
that's the thing is, like, a true distillery has almost a decade tied into their product before they even open the doors.
Exactly, yeah. So, like, breweries should have more patience. They should be more like distilleries and have more patience. And when you get to the point where your stuff's perfected and you want to engage social media, you want to engage your reviewers and all that stuff, great. Fucking whiskey companies, Scotch, bourbon, whatever, they've had a pretty fruitful engagement with people who review their shit because they are like legit putting out the best possible product they can put out. Whether it's great or just mediocre or whatever, that's up for people to decide when they're reviewing. But they're actually not half-assing it compared to a lot of...
That brings up a good point around PA right now. There's distilleries popping up left and right. And if you go there, there's no aged whiskey at all. It's all white whiskey. They have nothing in the bank. Nothing.
So most of it's
they basically like you said, they opened up like a craft brewery. They're just fucking fresh out of the gate with nothing. They have nothing as far as
all their stuff is like new make.
Exactly. It's all new. They have nothing in the bank. They never actually wanted to take patience and do this the right way. It's all in the bank. So 10 years from now, they'll start releasing whiskey that's actually barrel aged. But right now, it's all white whiskey. And
that's the thing. It's like, I have no problem with distilleries releasing new make. Because, I mean, you're giving people a hint at what you're going for. That's great. But distilleries have to realize that if you're going to make whiskey, you're going to be sitting on the product for, at the very least, 4 years.
Yeah,
probably.
4 years at least. Yeah,
at
least.
And if you want really good quality stuff, if you're like going super hardcore with this, you're looking at like 8 to 10 years before you release your first product. And if you're going to release new make along the way to give people hints of that, that's great. But if that's what you're banking on, like if you're releasing new make right away and trying to sell that shit, and like that's our profit line or whatever, you're probably going to fail right out of the gate. Like most distilleries have like some sort of financial backing that's going to
or at least they took the time before they went to the public with some back. Yeah, they actually said, okay, we're going to start this now because in 4 years we're going to open this distillery, like the hardcore to the public.
Right.
So they already knew they had the backing. They already had the stuff in the barrels. And the stuff in the, if you have 100 gallons in a barrel, it gives you enough backing financially to open up that door. But if you don't have anything, you're fresh back. That's really hard. If you have a couple hundred barrels or whatever laying around with fucking 5-year fucking whiskey in it, that gives you a lot more pull to get that brewery open or that.
There was a lot of Scotch distilleries that were mothballed in like the 1980s. That was before single malts became more prominent. Like there was a time where blends were much more popular. And a lot of those distilleries were mothballed because basically all they were doing was providing malt for other distilleries. So you had a lot of stock on hand. Like a lot of these distilleries got revived, bought out, and brought back in like the 1990s and the 2000s. And they had shit sitting there basically in their warehouses or whatever for years. And it's like, oh shit, we can start releasing like 10-year-olds of Lafroig and shit like that, you know? So yeah, it's a weird evolution of the whole industry or whatever. But
yeah. But these people
you think they'd reach out to somebody and get a good recipe going until they get that time in for their stuff to mature.
Yeah, but we live in a Budweiser society. You know? Just ask the other guys from the chat. That's where we live now.
Delicious Budweiser.
And the weird thing is, a lot of these distilleries, they had perfectly great recipes. Like they were distilling their stuff, their malt. They were distilling it, and they were making it for blends to be sold. Like
it's a single malt.
Like the majority of stuff from Islay for the longest time it was all basically just like shipped off Islay to blends or whatever, you know. And now you have a bunch of single malts from Islay that are very prominent and popular.
At some point in time, they said they want to go to the distillery to try their product, especially, and then you get the single malt thing going. Absolutely.
Well, wasn't it because like the smokiness of the whiskey before was considered like an off flavor and like an unfinished?
It definitely was. There was a period of time where the smokiness and stuff fell out of favor, and that's why a lot of those distilleries got mothballed in Islay. And then they got revived after a while as sort of Scotch whiskeys started to come back. And they were at the point where they could make their own, you know, companies bought up their distilleries and shit, where, hey, let's make these single malts that are just from this distillery. Let's not ship them out to, you know, other distilleries and blend them and make
it's kind of funny that you think about like this 500 to 600 or 700 like age of distilling in these areas, and even after like half a fucking whatever 5 decades or whatever of 5 centuries or whatever of distilling, it got mothballed. It's kind of weird because they're not new. They weren't new breweries, new distilleries rather. They were there for quite a few centuries or whatever, and all of a sudden now they got mothballed, like you said. What happened?
Yeah, no, there was a lesser demand for the more intense malts. Blends became far more popular, and mixable blends became far more popular. So
do you think there was an economic turn where people that weren't maybe the higher class started getting the Scotch too, or something like that, where the more like the more commonplace guys started getting the Scotch, and that was that was going on.
That was totally it. Scotch became much more accessible to the masses. It became much more of a commonplace, much more accessible thing, and more people wanted. And you still see it today. Most Scotch companies sort of, much as they don't want to admit it, they sort of kowtow to.
Yeah, they pander to the lowest common denominator.
Yeah, they go for the lowest common denominator. They go for people who want to do mixed drinks. They want these party, sexy, mixed drink kind of idea. They still sort of kowtow the connoisseur market, but they don't do as much. But yeah, there was a period where blended whiskeys, people wanted very, very much like very smooth, easy to drink stuff. They didn't want smoky, intense stuff in their whiskeys, and that sort of market just sort of dropped. And it was very much like it was almost like Irish whiskey, but
honestly, though, that's a good thing because it sat there. It let it sit. It let it do its thing. And then when everything kind of all that, because it's all waves, right? When the wave washed away, now it's time to reopen the good stuff, and then that's how you get the good stuff. That we're like, oh, we have a 21-year-old Glenmorangie or whatever from Cuba that we had aged in this barrel and this and all this stuff, and the next thing you know, we were getting fucking hit with the best fucking for like what 2 or 3 years there, probably in the later 80s. You're getting hit with the best Scotch on the market.
Yeah, no, it was definitely just sort of an up and down trend kind of thing, but. Definitely,
I wasn't drinking age in the late 80s, but if I was, I'd probably be inundated with the best drinking Scotch in the market. So it's one of those kind of deals.
Like, just a lot of distilleries got hit hard in the 80s, and they were sitting in mothballs, or they were just, kind of sitting there and not releasing a lot of shit until the 1990s and 2000s.
Yeah, and then but the thing is, that's when you get the hey, this is the 16-year-old vintage of this, 18-year-old vintage of these Scotches, and then we get it gets inundated now with the Harvestons and stuff like that. You get the all those crazy vintages of the Ola Dub stuff, actually, and it kind of worked out in the end. I'm glad most of those distilleries didn't go under. I think some of them did probably. But,
a lot did, yeah.
But the tradition still stands. Islay, Speyside, the whole deal. They're still strong. They're still standing, and we didn't lose anything. I think it doesn't matter what breweries come and go. It's what they tried to do. As long as what they tried to do, what they started, keeps going, you didn't really lose them. They're still there. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. So I'm glad that is still going strong today. And thank you for Greg for the gone in 60 seconds moment.
How about this heat, guys?
For the what seconds?
Gone in 60 seconds. I heard some fucking car racing.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm as cool as a cucumber.
I was a motorcycle, by the way. But...
Did you see
the Fast and Furious, the original?
Did you see?
We have to do that on the thing, Lee. By the way.
Yeah, we should do that at some point. Well, we did Fast and Furious, the very first Fast and Furious.
Oh, did we already do that? No, I just wasn't there.
That's a classic.
The one from the 50s.
I'm sorry. I was busy. I'm sorry.
We could do Gone in 60 Seconds, which is Angelina Jolie with dreadlocks and Nicolas Cage.
No.
Paul just gets too aroused by Nicolas Cage.
Actually, if I shave my fucking head, I look like Nicolas Cage.
You could do Innocent Gun.
I'd love
in
to
60
see with a
seconds.
shaved head.
You should. You should see me all cut hair. Like as a weird Nicolas Cage. I'll show you some of my pictures when I was a kid. It's weird. And I was like, put the bunny back in the box. It was really weird.
I'm gonna throw this out there that I like better in your cowboy hat than you do.
I think you look sexiest. I think you look like the next Yul Brenner in my cowboy hat, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You are a sexy man. I mean, I want to suck your dick before I even met you, so I really do now. There you go. A boop, boop.
Innocent Gun in 60 seconds. Come on.
I just got
Innocent Gun in 60 seconds.
Got a new leather that I think you look sexy in. So there you go.
What the fuck?
I know I'll look good in whatever you want me in.
Just waiting for somebody to start playing Goodbye Horses.
Goodbye Horses.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
Goodbye Horses.
I'd fuck me hard. It puts the lotion in the basket, doesn't it? Whenever it's stolen.
Puts the lotion in the basket.
It puts the lotion in the basket.
Was she a big fat woman?
Put the fucking lotion in the basket.
Well, this is going uphill.
Yeah, that went down. Went down like the pit in Paul's basement.
Nick, like everything else, it goes downhill.
15? Why?
It goes downhill the second you go online.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You guys I like the fact that it's like an English tea party. Very refined.
We all come back.
It's very cool, calm, refined. And we wait for everyone to get done speaking, and we're very nice. And then he hits the live button, and all this shit just kind of happens. It's amazing.
Yeah, we're incredibly polite offline.
Yeah, right. You guys started doing Dusty Rhodes impressions, and I'm not making everybody miss out on that.
No, baby. It's just because you can't do one because you're more like, I don't know, like you're a hot rod, baby. You're more like a hot rod, baby.
Rod is pretty hot.
Mm-hmm. You're like a Bob Holly, baby. You're like hardcore Holly. That's what Nick is. He's like hardcore Holly. You're like Bob Hogg, baby. Well, I mean, you could have a little bit less 7-Eleven in your life, but at the same time, you're like Bob Hogg.
I don't have a 7-Eleven here, man. That's why I was going nuts over taquitos in the first place.
You need to stop eating them.
I can't. Well,
Nick, you ate more taquitos in your one trip than is recommended in an adult human's lifetime.
I stopped.
I had two that one time, and
that's more than is recommended for an adult human's lifetime.
Can't you buy frozen taquitos from the grocery store?
Oh yeah, I can, but I don't because they suck.
Joe, I stopped eating pepperettes just because how much it hurt Joe.
Oh my god, the pepperettes!
It hurt.
That weekend stank because
I don't recall that being a great time.
No, it wasn't a great time. I stopped eating them because
you got to remember the pepperette incident.
I've never cleared out a whole basement full of people before until that moment. And I
remember getting up saying, "For fuck's sakes!" Fuck's sakes, just running away, and I was scared.
We'd be doing reviews at Chad's place. Then all of a sudden, Paul walks by in the background, and we're like, "Oh."
Yeah, I shat myself in the back of his other room, and I walked through to get to my seat, and it came with me, and I just cleared out the whole goddamn fucking basement. It was amazing.
Oh, what you gonna do?
You're a professional prop buster.
Apparently, I am. I didn't even mean to be, but I cleared that whole place out. Ed Woods and everybody, the tall fucker, he just fucking ran for his life, dragging his wife behind her.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Hey, at least you didn't experience that when I was in England. Only a little bit, because everybody
we dodged a bullet there.
Everybody was evenly crop dusting the hotel room. It was my hotel room, but everyone was evenly going to the bathroom and crop dusting us evenly. Peter was the worst, though, but I will say.
I think that room is never going to be reopened again.
No, yeah, you'll never get the smell of that. That's the thing is like
that's going to be a storage room. That'll be
they just gutted the whole thing and just put fucking boxes of shit in there.
You can't recover this one.
No. It was fun times though. England was an amazing time, and the hotel was it was cheaper This is kind of surprising. It was with going out to drink and everything, and the paint with going out to drink, eating, and the whole thing. It was cheaper as a whole for that week or week and a half or whatever we were. It was cheaper to go to England than Montana. And Montana was only a room. Not Montana, it was Wyoming. It was only the room and only the room and only flight. So like the whole Yellowstone area, that was cheaper as a whole, like with food and drinking and everything, than going to the West Coast. Why is that? I have no idea.
If you're booking in advance, you get reasonable deals.
Yeah, it was about $1,800 to go to England, with like drinks and having a good time in the hotel and everything. Compared to going to Montana, which was like $2,800.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, well, I'm going to England and I'm gonna have a fucking fantastic time with 6 other fucking great guys. So yeah, that win. I'm winning. Right there. Yeah, good time.
I would have liked to spend more time in Manchester rather than just a couple of days, but
don't worry. 2019, the Kent piss up is coming.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe.
It might only be a week, but it is coming.
Maybe.
Oh, a week?
It feels like Paul's trying to pressure Craig into doing the Kent piss up, and it feels like Craig's like very reluctant at this point. It's like,
no, I'm moving soon. I'll let you know.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking.
I'm moving to Yorkshire. That's good.
No, Kent's okay, but it's not a patch on Manchester or Yorkshire. It's just not. Never will be. So don't get your hopes up too high about what you think Kent's like. I mean, it's a lovely place. Beer-wise, yeah.
Hey, Kent piss up 3 videos on the channel. It's good stuff.
He's setting Paul up for a huge disappointment is what he's trying to do right now.
No, I just don't. Yeah, but there's lots of good beer. Of course, it doesn't matter where you go these days, but it's not as kind of like everywhere he goes, like amazing. It's if you like your cast though, so that's a good thing. So he's got.
Again, in a very polite British way, he's saying temper your expectations, Paul, by a lot.
Yeah,
I feel like Manchester piss up. It was amazing. Like there was a ton of videos. It was great. But it's not like, oh, we went to this super amazing place. It's like, no, we went to these like really cool local pubs.
Yeah.
And we had some beers. And the really cool thing was, hey, we all hang out together and we had a lot of fun and we talked bullshit.
Oh yeah, I suppose you get to the point though where it doesn't matter where you are.
I'm hitting Nova Scotia at some point in time, Lee.
If you have decent people, it kind of makes up for it. That's the way I kind of look at it.
Manchester piss up was 98% Peter's ass crack, which was phenomenal.
Yeah. I didn't give a fuck where.
Peter does enjoy a lot of ass crack.
To this day, the best pub we went to is called the Circus Tavern, which was the smallest tavern in Europe, where you literally had to shuffle like this with your beer, and all we had is the Pontetli, very good, and we just walked through a Pontetli and the whole deal, and you're like hand in hand, just kind of walking like this, but. We were meeting some really cool people. We're having some really good stories. And everybody else wasn't there. They were all fucking guys from London or whatever, having a good time in this tiny little pub. Everyone was cool to get out of everybody's way. And the funny thing is, we were there with the footy was on the whole deal, but we were there with businessmen. They let the businessmen like the whole suits and everything like that, and they were there for the football game. But you could see all the words tattooed on their fucking knuckles and shit. Like I was like. You look like a businessman, but I'm pretty sure you're a thug. It was one of those moments. Where,
they're part of the firm. They're part of the firm and stuff like that.
And they had the business like the whole full businessman like outer suits and stuff. Like they were dressed really expensively. I was like, yeah, that's awesome. I was like, we were having a good time. The one guy I remember fucking flicking his nipple ring. In the one pub, this big fucking biker guy and his fucking girl were there. We were fucking around, and I was like flicking his nipple ring and having a good time because I didn't give a shit. And they were laughing their asses off, and I was laughing my asses off. That was the night that we sent Peter back to his fucking bus, or his train rather, And I remember being like, I watched videos the next year. I don't remember doing this. I was fucking shit-faced. That's amazing. Yeah, it was a good time.
Survived.
Yeah. I'll always survive. You can't kill me. I'm like fucking goddamn parasites.
No,
I will survive.
True. Yeah, your car has tried a few times but failed.
Yeah.
I think you gained crushes while you were over there, Paul. That one lady was all over you, and you had that look on your face
like get away from me, bitch. Yeah, no,
that one with the tooth. I remember.
Yeah.
Hey, are we talking about the waitress at the Flying Saucer? That one?
No. Yeah, that was a different time. No, we're talking about the.
No, I know we're talking about the other two.
It's like she completely got up and said "fuck you" to her friends and went over and started bugging Paul the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, it's great times. You know what? If they would have left me unattended, I would have ended up with that too. I don't give a shit. Good time.
He literally does not.
Did you see?
I don't care.
Did you see her friends?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I bought them all drinks. I bought everybody in the bar drinks, and that's what I did every time I went to a new bar. I bought everybody in the place drinks. And I remember we were in the Crown and Kettle, and the lady goes, "You don't do that around here." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck what you do around here. I'm American, you son of a bitch. You fucking buy everybody drinks."
USA. Happy 4th, everybody! Happy 4th.
Yeah, it was great. I was very well. I'm very, I hate to say it. I don't want to ever say something good about myself, but I'm very, very. Well, I'm not really shy, but I kind of am generous to a certain extent. And every time I went someplace, I bought the shit out of stuff. I was like, no, everybody here needs free drinks. And actually, there's 2 or 3 guys that came up and were like, "I can't believe you bought us drinks. Thanks a lot." I was like, "Don't worry about it, man. Just have a good day."
What was your exact words? "I'm American, you fucking whore." Shut up.
Shut up.
Listen here. If I'm on your mouth, I would have.
She was impressed with those luscious locks.
Shut up and get me a Budweiser.
Yeah, but I bought everybody good beer. I don't give a shit. It was good times. But she walked up and she goes, "We don't exactly do that around here." I'm like, "I don't care. I'm not from around here, so we're good."
What the fuck do you care, bitch? You're being paid to put these drinks out. Shut the fuck up.
Here's another 10 quid tip if you shut your mouth.
Yeah, here's a 10 quid tip. Fuck off, bitch.
Yeah, man, I gotta hang out with Paul more before he goes bankrupt.
Yeah, no, I definitely that is the train that I ride when I go out. Yeah, I definitely ride that train.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah, we know you.
Generous.
I know.
I do remember the time when I looked in my wallet and I was like, I have too much money. And then Craig and I was walking down the main street and I was handing all the bums $5s. I was like, "You need this, you need this, you need this. Here you go. Here's a $5. Here's a $5. Here's a $5. Here's a $5."
Yeah, thanks for that $5. I really
no
appreciate
problem.
it.
I thought that was you. You ran ahead of me and put that.
You ran ahead and sat down on the ground.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, not only did Paul freaking not only was he nice enough to cover the flying saucer bill, I'm pretty sure he fucked the waitress.
He tried to. He tried to at Ribfest. He was trying to get in there on Ribfest and get his. But,
I was gonna rip that fest. You know what I mean?
He was like,
my only question was the waitress hot?
Mm-mm.
On a scale of 1 to gross, I vomited everywhere. But no, she was not.
She was. She was straight out of the kitchen.
I don't care.
Look, basically, she was like Budweiser. She was like not great, but definitely better than her fatter sister Canadian.
I don't know. I might be paraphrasing this. Might not be a direct quote, but I think Paul said something like, "Well, at least she has 1/3 of her teeth." Something like that. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Well, I have here's a.
She had a great personality.
I'll tell you this. This is a guarantee. I don't know what I said then, but this is a guaranteed Paul quote. I will say this right now, and I'll say this until the day I die. Standards get you laid. Don't get you laid. Standards do not get you laid.
100% agree.
Yeah, you don't ever want to agree with Greg, Paul. That's not a great thing.
No,
standards don't get you laid.
I can confirm that's a true statement.
There's standards, and then there was what the waitress was.
One thing I learned from Richard Hammond, the small little squirrely guy from Top Gear, he goes, "Go ugly early." You find the ugliest bitch in the place, you go, "Oh, love, how you doing? Get buy her a beer, you're sorted." Everybody else, by the end of the night, is waiting for that Madonna that never shows up, and then you go home and get one.
Fuck, somebody's smoking weed. I'm going to get high out here.
Someone's smoking weed? In your house, or you shut the door? Okay, that's an interesting thing.
No, it's one of the neighbors smoking weed. I'm gonna.
No. You said, "Oh my God, someone's smoking weed. I'm gonna get high out here." So you shut the door.
Shut
Secondary
the door.
high.
Agnes is in there and fucking
Agnes.
So
I shut the door.
Agnes is having
up
some
all
bong
the plans
rips.
with some guy with a bigger dick than you, and
Out
then
the
next thing you go,
bathroom window.
better shut
Yeah.
the door.
Jesus.
Is that
I don't wanna
Fast
get
and
high.
Furious? No, it's just her bong. No big deal.
Yeah. They're just really hitting
Do I
that
hear
hard.
something
Honey,
boiling?
keep it down in there.
It's the
What
exhaust
kind
of
of
that
bubbles are
Fast
here?
and Furious shit going by.
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't be Fast and Furious. It would be more like tired and hungry.
Yes. Emphasis on the latter.
They rigged up a whole like car exhaust fish bong bowl. All the fish are getting high as shit.
Now, right now, there's a Harley revving in the background. So.
Oh, well.
I don't hear it. That must be accurate. They're broke.
Fucking fireworks outside, going nuts.
Oh.
You guys can you hear that? Maybe not.
Outside my house, I have 27 kittens, so I can't hear anything.
I will say for Canada Day here in Greenwood, we had the
Can you hear it now?
fucking loud
heard
bullshit fucking fireworks.
Sounds like a bag of popcorn.
In this fucking town.
Going back to what Nick said, that guy wasn't trying to light a Roman candle on his head. You can hold that in your hand, right? Do Roman candles, because we used to do it back in the Mississippi. My uncles used to do Roman candle tag. It's kind of burned a little bit, but it was really funny to watch. But he was trying to light one of those cone mortar things off the top of his head. He had it tied tape to his head. Yeah, that's not a good idea.
No, that's fucking dumb as what that is.
Yeah, it's dumb as shit because he got pretty fucked up.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
It definitely wasn't a Roman candle.
Bud before that.
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple buds before that. Actually. There was probably a Pabst Blue Ribbon before that.
Probably fucking
Pabst Blue
Yingling
Ribbon.
Wild now.
Don't look at me!
Don't look at me!
Don't look at me! Yep.
Heineken! Fuck that shit!
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Exactly.
Sally! If there was beer in that movie, I'm pretty sure it would be in Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Sally, get back and push down!
Oh, Sally!
I'm trying to draw a Pabst Blue Ribbon. Get back and push down.
Oh man, so glad he got the fucking chainsaw.
What are you drinking on, Paul?
I'm just drinking the thing that's all over my dick right now. The Nimble Giant from Trogs.
No, the Rod J deal.
Yep, the Raji deal, and it literally just went all over my dick. Yay! And then after that, I was thinking about doing, if we're still on and my battery doesn't die, I was going to do a Backwoods Bastard.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh.
What Earth? When you were talking about old stock, how far back does your stock go?
Hey, old stock. 2011.
I don't have any more stock other than this stock.
You need to find the 2011 barrel age version of old stock.
Dude,
I have 14, but I don't have it.
Oh, no, I didn't say 14. And by the way, yeah, after the Fast and Furious goes by, that's the one that Joe kept on saying there's apple. I don't taste the apple brandy.
Yeah,
For some reason, I can't taste the apple brandy. I'm like, Joe, there's no apple brandy in this. But there's no apple brandy. I don't understand. I can't taste the apple brandy. There's no apple brandy in this. But there's no apple brandy. I know. There's no apple brandy. And he just kept on fucking yelling it and yelling it during our review. It's fantastic.
I went to a bottle share a couple of years ago where we had like 10, 9, something like that, different versions of old stock. And it was fantastic, but like I felt bad because it was like I don't think I get to appreciate all of them because we're drinking them next to one another.
But a couple of years before that, you were at my house, shit face.
Yeah, no, I remember. We had the 2011 brandy, we had the 13 regular, the 14 regular, the 15 regular, the 2009 Cellar Reserve, and what else do we have? The 2014. 2014
scumbags like us.
Yeah, no, these dudes are not.
These are
That's what I had, the
14
scumbags. Cellar Reserve.
Yeah, and then they had the 14 Cellar Reserved aged in wheat whiskey barrels and then in rye whiskey. And they were all fucking, at the very least, like very, very good. It went like very good to amazing. There was like nothing below that. It was insane how
sorry,
good
but it will not beat your review of with me.
Oh, no, it never will be. And it never will. Where's the apple brandy, Paul? There's no apple. Like I just ignored everything you said. I didn't want to hear that there was no apple brandy.
I am looking at him going, I don't understand what's going on right now. I said, there's no apple brandy, buddy. And he's like, oh, but I don't get the apple brandy. It's not in there. But there's no apple brandy.
So good.
No, there isn't.
So
It's
so
good.
good.
Have you had the Prairie apple brandy?
No, I never picked it up. Dev, you?
Bandit.
Oh, Bandit.
Yeah, I had it last year, I think.
I saw you just.
Yeah, it's a good sour.
The
Prairie Bomb, Craig. You just had that. I saw the review. Earth commented. I commented. We all went to comment. Crash into Earth. What were you saying, Craig?
Craig?
Put my dick in the air.
the Great Divide Vanilla OK's Yeti has just dropped in.
Oh,
there you go.
Good time.
I still have that bottle of the chocolate 2012. But vanilla, I didn't even know they made a vanilla one.
I want it.
So, yeah, that one's good.
Wow, okay. And they got like a Roadie and Heyday. Well, whatever. Yeah.
What you Rainbow-nade, baby.
Yo, dude, tell me what you think about it, Chris, because I thought it was good, but it was not an IPA.
It doesn't sound like an IPA.
Well, it's like there's like blueberries, raspberries, fucking
all the berries,
passion fruit, and something else in there.
Yeah, what style would you call that? I mean, it's just
the snozberries taste like snozberries.
All the penis,
fruit, passion fruit, mango, raspberries, and blueberries. So.
There you go. Well, so 2 berries and 3 other. Look at the color. It looks better than Nick's blueberry. No, I don't know. It's gonna have a cool color on it though.
Take a look at the color, baby.
Baby, look at that color, baby. Oh, baby, it looks so beautiful, baby. Oh my God, it's juice.
Nick still believes that Gahan is the best
baby.
brewery in the world.
That's over here as well.
What, the Rainbow-nade?
Yeah.
They had that whole series is interesting because they did the regular old-fashioned lemonade, then they did the raspberry lemonade. Then they did a coffee one called Coffee-nade. I didn't try that because I was like, that sounds weird as shit. Then they did that one, and they have one other one that I'm forgetting. But it's an interesting series, I think.
Yeah, we've had all the series over it. I just never bothered with them.
You like lemonade? The old-fashioned one tastes like alcoholic lemonade. I don't know. 7%. It's all right.
Yeah. It almost seems like it would taste like lemonade no matter what.
Yeah, pretty much. But you were talking the whole Prairie Bomb review that you did, Greg. You're saying it was like fucking 14 to 15 pounds over there. I was like, what? That's literally double the price that we pay over here. And I know it's imported, but that's still crazy.
Which one? Sorry,
Prairie Bomb.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. It's like almost $20 for a 12-ounce bottle, or $3.55. That's crazy.
I bought Prairie Bomb over here, and I have no idea what I paid for it. It's something like $4.99 a bottle or something like that.
Yeah, so I want to fight you, Rob.
That is
$10 over here.
London,
yeah, it's like
London prices. That's London prices. The place I done that review, they actually had it in bottles, and I'm like, I'm not paying.
I don't know if I'd ever buy a 12-ounce bottle for over $5.99. That's just too much money.
There's a lot that like the Prairies, all of their shit's over $5.99.
Yeah, but and the thing is though, let me just fucking say this to be a down fucking turn. They're not that fucking good either.
The Prairie Bombs.
Negative Nancy.
I'm gonna go with Greg though. I'm gonna agree with Greg after I told you not to, but they're one of the few breweries. Like when you get a Prairie Bomb, there's batch variation. Like sometimes the coffee's fucking crazy, sometimes the vanilla's crazy, sometimes the peppers are crazy. There's no consistency to that beer, so you don't know what you're getting. Like if you prefer to, I want it to be more vanilla heavy or chocolate heavy, and you're like, okay, I've had 2 or 3 bottles that do it, and then you buy like a couple more, and all of a sudden it's like, holy shit, this is the pepper bomb.
Remember when you asked me what beer was actually not thin? This one.
Yeah, I know. I saw your review. The BrewDog. What was it? Wasn't it the Tokyo?
Black Tokyo.
It's a beer that I want to try.
That's why I said, holy shit.
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, no, you were digging it. 10 out of 10, which is a rarity for you these days.
These days it is. I'm not like fucking Peter. That'll give a 10 out of 10 to almost everything he drinks.
Bud Light, 10 out of 10. Doesn't matter. Fucking beautiful beer.
Yeah, I remember his last
literally.
Like it's like an upturned Bud Light. It's a 10 out of 10. I'm like, why are you fucking kidding me? A 10 out of 10.
I thought he was going to join so we could berate him, Craig. What
I was gonna say a Bud Light. A Bud is an upturned Bud Light. So is that a 10 out of 10 too? You fucking nostalgic, stupid ass fucking son of a bitch.
Wow. Can we see your ass cracking? What do you think about that beer there, Christopher?
This is actually I really like this.
That's good, isn't it?
I'm looking at the ingredients and I'm trying to pull out what I'm getting out of it. And right away I got passion fruit right away and blueberry. Yeah. But no, the more I drink it, the more mango I'm getting. But I'm not getting any of the raspberry.
It's a 1 out of 10.
I missed what that was. What is it?
Rainbow Nade.
This is the
Rainbow Nade. Okay. Hello. Okay. Oh, is that the one you got? Oh, did you get that today at the?
No, I got that one.
The time I was there.
Evil Twin and
that's fucking bullshit. It looks like raspberry juice.
Yeah. What kind of horse shit is that, Chris?
I think this is just this color because of the blueberries more of it.
It looks like pink grapefruit juice.
Baby, it doesn't look like beer, baby. What are you drinking?
It's not
drinking juice.
It's nice because it's a little bit sour, but it's
juice.
Not sour like I want to fucking.
Yeah, puckering.
It's actually really nice.
There's like almost no IPA characteristics to it.
Oh no, not at all.
There's like an IPA brewed. No, it's just an ale. Well, just generic as can be. Just no style. Yeah. Fucking brewed some kind of ale. It's 7%. Here's all the fruit. Shut up.
That's the problem with me is I like stuff that you can tell it's an IPA. I like that back bitterness and stuff like that. So if I don't get that, I'm not a happy man. That's why I always poo-poo all the English IPAs.
$4.35 a can American for this small little.
What was it?
It was $4.35 a can.
Oh yeah, Evil Twin fucks you hard.
12 ounce.
When you don't want to, but they just take it. They don't care.
$30 Canadian.
Oh, for some reason they're capitalistic assholes, and I thought you weren't supposed to be capitalistic assholes, BrewDog.
They're confused because they make labels fucking 10 miles long and they try to fit everything in there.
Yeah.
You know you can't fucking get everything.
Yeah. Now, Evil Twin makes good beer, but they like to rest on, I don't know, maybe whatever, their reputation of making good beer or whatever, and they charge exorbitant amounts of money for steak. Like that's a 12-ounce can too, which you forgot to mention as well. That's a $3.55. That's not a 16-ounce. That's not.
Remember we used to talk a long time, Joe. Remember it was your tops. You always used to say your tops, and I agree with you. It was ounce for ounce tops.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Ounce for if you're paying more than $1 an ounce, it better be fucking something I've really wanted to try for a long time, or something I bought before and it's fucking amazing. Otherwise, I can't see paying, more than $1 an ounce. That can't.
Right.
That's too much by eyes.
Too much.
And even $1 an ounce, that's pushing it.
Yeah, $1 an ounce is at the high end too. Like a lot of people are like, I won't pay 50 cents an ounce. You know what I mean?
I won't pay a penny an ounce. That's why my.
Are you gonna be like Rajay? They pay me per ounce to just take the beer away.
Ounce on my dick.
I still got to get a hold of that Mexican cake. I haven't had that yet.
Yeah, that's not an easy beer to get a hold of. Like even when it comes here, it sells out pretty quick. But we're one of the few states that get distribution of Westbrook, like north of, I think, like North Carolina. It doesn't come this way.
I bought the Westbrook Evil Twin maple syrup something or whatever. Yeah, but Harry has that.
Oh, is that
Craig,
the
Craig
Michigan maple too?
Craig.
Yeah,
Craig
that
has
yet.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, there's. Oh man, the Imperial Biscotti Break entire series is really fun to try. Like all of them.
I had that recently, and it was good, but it was fun. It
was boozy,
but then it was boozy.
Small percent, right?
Yeah, and then actually my brother and I shared it, and he was like, "This is super boozy." I said, "Okay, let it warm up," because I pulled it right, I poured it. When it got warmer, and it was actually fucking going down.
It's fucking fantastic.
Everything's better warmer,
except for adjunct lagers. Let's just be clear.
No one buys adjunct lagers if they value.
No, you know what? I don't know about that, Paul, because I think once this starts warming up, it's not gonna. I don't think it's going to be as good as.
Yeah, but you bought that, so that's on you.
That's a good beer.
This is fucking dynamite. This is getting a fucking 4 out of 5 for me.
4 out of 5, dynamite. Very good. 88 out of 100, perfect score.
I haven't had that one either. The fuck.
It's all about who rates.
The one Chris is drinking.
Who rates it.
Yeah, you should be able to find it, Earth. You drink all kinds of amazing beer. You just need to set down.
Yeah, I'm just sick of paying fucking over $6 for Evil Twin when I can get other things.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Evil Twin, like I said, that's a 12-ounce can, and you're talking $4.30. Did something that I won't buy. I bought the original and the raspberry one, and the last one I bought was that the coffee one I passed on. They released they did a half and half iced tea and lemonade version, which was weird. I don't know what you're trying to do, but
never saw that.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was that I paid for that Nog Nose and Turtle Rest. I have no idea what I paid for that because I just bought it as a whim. But I have no idea how much it was. It was fucking a 10 out of 10 beer. It was amazing. But going to craftshack.com, I don't even know how much I paid for it.
Jesus. He has no idea.
I literally just kept on clicking add to cart, and then I just hit go and complete sale. So I have no idea what I paid for any of it.
I just picked up a bottle
You're
of
a better
Southern
man
Tears.
for it.
Fuck right.
Southern Tears Cherry Cordial, the newest release in their Blackwater
you have
series.
to pick me up one because I can't find it. I'll pay for it.
Stop being a little. Next time I go, if they have one, I'll grab one for you for sure.
Okay.
I mean, you'll get it in 6 months.
I can't. No, none of the Blackwater series have been hitting my place at all.
Really?
No, the last one that hit was Thin Mint. I haven't seen any other ones since.
Earth, do you get? I mean, you should get the McKellar San Diego stuff in your area, right?
Yeah, I get some of that stuff. I don't know. You got something specific you're talking about?
Oh well, what just showed up. I had to buy it for the name alone, but they had an imperial milk stout with lactose, vanilla, sea salt, and chocolate. But the name of it is Puddin' Pop.
Puddin' Pop.
I mean,
that's probably in the store right now. I haven't had it yet.
It was $8.99 a can, but it's the name is. Come on, you gotta buy it.
Is that the one with the green label?
I'll talk to you later.
All right, see you later, Paul.
All right, see you, Paul.
It has a yellow label, and it has two
yellow label.
Two people on the front of it in the that McKellar provides eating actual pudding pops.
I think that one dropped this week.
Yeah, it just showed up this past week.
I just haven't had it yet.
It was I was like, I can't not get it, right? Like you have to try it. You don't have to. Good. I just thought it was a good name. I'm sure I'll get a lot of Bill Cosby comments when I review it. Should be fun.
I would like to talk to you.
I would like to talk to you. Maybe
Theo Claire.
Maybe we need Chris to hop the border and pick a cat up. We'll do a duo review, and then he can just be Bill Cosby the entire time.
That'd be awesome. You're gonna pass that with your mouth open.
I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Yeah, that's what you should do. Be fantastic.
What about you, Rudy?
I'm not old enough to drink beer.
Yeah, there's so much stuff that gets released. It's try and fit them in there, when you can.
Yeah, there was like
it's like the Windy Hills. They were releasing a new batch of Windy Hills every 2 or 3 weeks with a new hot batch.
Yeah, a lot of people.
We were on top of it, but it's like. Then they quit posting the hops on the bottom of the can, so you don't know if it's new or not.
And a lot of people didn't know that was a rotating hop series. They were just like, oh, the Windy Hill. And I'm like, well, which one? They're like, what do you mean? I remember Peter bought a can of it, and I was like, hey, what are the hops? He was like, what do you mean? I'm like, on the bottom, they have them. He looked, and it was like, whatever, relatively fresh can for him getting McKellar San Diego over in the UK was impressive that it was still fresh. I think it was like under 6 weeks old. But I was like, yeah, a lot of people don't even know. They rotate the hops, or they're supposed to anyway.
Ooh.
Ashley Sexton is here.
This motherfucker. He misses the Budweiser analysis, and now he shows up. And
cheers, fuckers.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
No, don't give that bullshit.
You son of a bitch.
What's that?
So don't give that bullshit, Ashley. There's no cheers and go out. We drank Budweiser tonight. No one's happy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you should be.
What are you drinking? Some Kolsch or something?
No, actually, even worse. This is Molson Export Ale. It's a really classic.
Oh.
I just need something.
It's not Budweiser.
It's not Budweiser.
It's not Budweiser.
Not Budweiser.
Drink Labatt 50.
50.
Something's wrong with that. Don't they export that over here? You're supposed to have something different than that.
No. I hope not. I don't know. I'm not up to date on
Canada's supposed to export that shit to the Americas. Not that we want to drink it.
No, we don't want to drink
Just saying.
You don't
No.
want that shit.
I don't want to drink it.
Instead, we get like Labatt Blue grapefruit shandies.
You get blue light lime.
Yeah, blue light lime or fucking blue light tangerine, I believe is the other
Come
one.
on.
There's a mixed pack of shandies that we get.
Oh god,
Yeah, I don't know.
A mixed pack of shitties.
Somebody out there is fucking drinking that shit.
Someone is. Yeah.
Yeah, I look at it every single time when I like go into Wegmans or Taps, Never Staps, and I'm just like I'm looking at it, I'm like, this would be really great to review. No, it wouldn't. Not gonna ever touch this. Terrible. Let me see if I can find it.
So I haven't watched the video yet. What was the final score of the Budweiser review on beer analysis?
Let me just pull it up.
Pull it up. And while he's pull it out, are you ready to go, or do you want me to mention what this mixed shandy pack is all about?
Sure.
All right. It's a Labatt Blue Light Grapefruit, Labatt Blue Light Lime, and Labatt Blue Light Tangerine. It's a mixed 12-pack, and you get 4 of each. And I don't know who buys it. Absolutely gross.
Wow, no one enjoyed that shit, eh? Style.
Nope. So certainly when it warmed up, no one enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, it got really gross warmed up.
Look at that fantastic fucking beer right there.
Yeah, it was not.
Look at that shit.
Like I said though, I think we all found it relatively inoffensive. Like I don't think anybody flat out hated it and thought it was gross. But once it warmed up, it fucking like it was. We started the show. Everybody had it on the fridge, maybe like 10 minutes at that point. Give it about another 15, 20 minutes, and it was like, nope, nope, not drinking the rest of this.
The poo-poo beer.
Yes.
Yeah, you got about 20 minutes to get that shit down.
Yep.
Yeah, and so there I was at the Jays game the other day, and it's like fucking 85 billion degrees outside, and I get the big fucking 24-ounce can of that shit.
Me too.
Well, in the kind of weather you were in, though, I mean, you'd fucking be drinking anything.
I would drink anything, but we all know how expensive these beers are. So I was like, well, I'm not going to...
was it like $10 a tall boy or something?
Oh, yeah.
It was even more. It had to have been more.
Yeah.
So...
24 ounces.
Waste of money then.
That's not even a tall boy. That's like, wasn't that like a 24-ounce can?
Didn't you have other choices there?
Yeah,
well, I mean, yes and no. It's like, Labatt Blue. Then they had... what else?
You had the Honkers, I saw, right?
I had Honkers. They just had like...
It's all InBev products.
Yeah, yeah. You got it.
Greatest company in the world.
Whatever falls under their umbrella, that's what they offer.
Do they have Goose IPA or no?
Just walk the extra mile and get something from Steam Whistle outside it or something.
Settle down.
Can't bring it back in though.
Right?
You can't leave the stadium and go back in anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I go back to my seat and I have a sip of it. I'm like, fuck, like I'm hot. I'm starting to cool off because they had the dome closed and they had the air conditioning on, but it's like 25 degrees Celsius. So let's be honest. I'm like, okay, this isn't bad. It's fucking ice cold. But then, man, by like the middle of the second inning, like third inning, I was like, fuck this shit. Like, I gotta finish this quick because I gotta move on to something else.
And what I think we all figured out, because we all obviously had different vessels that the beer was contained in. I had the biggest at the same 24-ounce can you purchased.
Yep.
And I think it was Greg. Greg had a what did you have, Greg? Was it a bottle of it? Or did you have
Greg and I had the cans.
Sorry, what?
You both had the cans. Craig had a bottle and a can, and then but it was all smaller, right? So it was like, if it's 12, even 16 ounces, like you're usually done by the time it warms up. Anything bigger than that's a mistake. No doubt it's a mistake.
So did you just drink yours out of the can, or?
No, I poured mine in glass and then Drain poured the second half of it.
There you go.
Hi, Ashley. Hi, Ashley.
Hello, sir.
How you doing, fella?
I'm doing well. I see you're representing your country well.
Mm-hmm. There
you go. Good luck in the next round.
Yeah, it's big. It's a big game. It's going to be tough. We just won on penalty, so it's like, yeah. No one. No one gives a fuck after that. It's just
all that matters is that you made it through.
Well, we've won now 2 out of the last 7 or 8 on penalty shootout. So
on penalty shootouts, yes.
You just need to win it in regulation. Is all you need to do.
Well, that's the trouble. Yeah. we should have won. We should have won, and we just fucked up at the end there. It's like, damn, here we go again.
Well,
we always do it.
I was in the comments. I said, it says cheers. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, gents.
Cheers, gents.
So classy.
That's on you.
Cheers, Todifer.
Cheers, Todd.
I'm drinking this. I'm drinking an on my Polo beer at the moment. It's their double peach candy popcorn sour.
Excuse me, roll that back real quick.
It sounds like they may have a few adjuncts in there. Just a few.
Yeah. Yeah,
Double
it is on
popcorn sour. What the fuck does that even mean? What does that mean?
What does that mean? Seriously.
It means it's sour.
What kind of ingredients does it have in it? Does it list the ingredients?
Are
they using some kind of corn?
I've no idea. I don't know. I'm just drinking it. It's got some snazzy artwork. You know, it's on my Polo. It's the king of adjuncts. So,
Yep. The king of adjuncts that aren't adjunct lockers.
But yeah, I mean, this is a sour, but yeah, this is.
That's a weird looking coat.
It's what'd you say the ABV was?
Only 3.5. It's nothing
Jesus,
special.
3.5. What the fuck?
But it was quite cheap as well. When I was in London, it was like £3.25, £3.50, whatever. That's cheap. I was like, I could give it a go. It sounded good with the popcorn and shit. I'm like, yeah.
Popcorn?
Out of the box kind of beer.
The only popcorn beer I had and didn't have or heard of is the fucking one of the Ontario breweries probably messed up a batch of beer and then called it the popcorn beer. And then fucking was like, why don't you just say it's fucking has off flavors?
It's off flavors.
Yeah. No, it's a popcorn. No, it's not butter popcorn.
It's got popcorn, butterscotch. It's like, yeah, that's diacetyl.
That's terrible. You can't put that shit in there. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, I finished my lager really quick. This is as fast as a beer like this should last. About 3.5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. Now it's gone. So I'm gonna go move.
Wait, are you talking about sex?
Sexton.
You lost your camera.
3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're back. Okay.
Guilty as charged.
Did you have a good birthday, by the way?
I did. Thank you. I had breakfast beer at 8 o'clock. I had breakfast beer at 11 o'clock. I made some beer by 12 o'clock.
It looks like a man who got drunk and blew his load.
Oh.
Yeah, he spent a lot of money. Yeah.
Greg, you shouldn't be that rude, but also 100% correct.
100% correct.
I'm here to say what you're all thinking.
Yeah, he spent a lot of money.
Actually, no, I didn't go out anywhere. Everything I had was all beer in the fridge and beer I made. So
that's all right.
Winner, chicken dinner. The only downfall is that
excellent.
It was like when I was making my beer in the garage and with my propane burner going, it had to have been like fucking 130 degrees. It was fucking god awful, and it wasn't even lunchtime. I was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, right.
Anyways, I'm gonna go get something interesting to drink.
Cool.
That makes one of you.
Homebrew.
Homebrew, yeah. What's everyone else?
I think he makes some pretty good homebrew. He just doesn't want to admit it.
Well, most homebrewers won't come out and say it, right? Because they're can't really say you make good homebrew. You got to be like
modest.
You got to be modest, but also the general consensus will say whether or not. I'm sure his stuff's good, no doubt, but he won't. I don't think.
Well, he brought some of his homebrew to the bottle share. It was pretty good.
Yeah, that's right. We had what was one of them? Was it an
IPA or something?
Was it a black IPA or just an IPA?
Forget.
No, it was a Schwarzbier coffee black lager. Was it?
Really?
That was one. I don't think I had to try that one, but I remember having an IPA or something.
Yeah, it was all terrible.
Jeez.
I'd love to have gone to that bottle share. It's wicked.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
Makes two of us.
You had to pace yourself.
Good times.
Some of us didn't pace ourselves.
Nah. I still got to do my taps from my trip.
Your taps or your taps?
My taps.
Oh, the taps. Oh. Wait, you still have to check stuff in? You never checked it in?
Yeah, I haven't done my check-ins
Yeah,
yet.
no big deal. It's only been like 6 weeks.
It's only been 6 weeks. Yeah.
You fucked up. It's too late. You can't tap it in now.
Yeah. Well, the bright side is I don't listen to you, Lee.
Bright side is your failure. You can't fucking tap it in. That tap.
You don't even have a tap.
It's an instant app, man. You have to be on the ball. You have to do it right as you're doing it. If you don't do it, it's a lie. If you fucking if you fucking log it in now, you're lying basically. You're like, oh, I had this beer now. No, you had this beer weeks ago, and you're lying to people.
Sorry, were you talking?
Yeah, no, I'm talking. I'm talking about what a liar you are. If you're gonna fucking throw that shit on tap, so you should just give it up.
Ashley, what homebrews did you bring to the bottle share? I'm trying to remember.
I brought a pale ale, Mosaic pale ale, and I brought a coffee Schwarzbier.
Yeah, see, I remember Schwarzbier.
Is that the one he didn't like, Joe?
No, the other. I hated all of them.
He hated the fucking garbage Dreamport shit.
No, the coffee Schwarzbier is good. I don't think I had the Mosaic pale ale though. I think I only had the coffee one.
Yeah, it was all right. The base beer on it wasn't so shit hot. I'm sitting on it, but it was something I just tried. I thought it worked.
It was all right.
It was
How much Mosaic did you put in that pail?
Not enough.
Oh, Roger,
I never tried it.
I don't know. I mean, I have it written down on a recipe card somewhere. So.
Who here wishes that Ashley's name was Sextant instead of Sexton so they could make a bunch of nautical jokes? Is it just me?
Do you guys actually know what a sextant is? A sextant is something, eh?
Yeah, it is a thing. We could make nautical
that
jokes.
navigational aid on old ships or something.
But apparently I'm the only person that can make nautical jokes, so I'm just going to shut up. Bye-bye.
That's why it reminds me of Ballast Point. They make a sextant.
Yeah, they do. They do.
But a sexton, like as my name is, it's actually the name given to a caretaker of a church.
I hate you now. Yeah, I hate you for some reason.
When you've had a load of beers, you're a piston.
Oh, Jesus. Whackity schmackity do. What's up, Rod? Rod J Beer Ventures?
You're watching, listening, observing.
How's that bittersweet Lenny's our IPA treating you?
Pretty damn good. You've had it there.
Years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see too much.
Was
of
that Jameson at Son?
On the back bookshelf, son.
Yo, we could get a replay of the other night when he was drunk. I mean, just buzz. I mean, drunk. We could just get that.
Drunk.
I don't know. That was the happiest we've ever seen you, Rod.
I didn't fall asleep, right? Like some other people have.
That's true.
We were proud, Rod. We were proud.
You're proud.
Very proud.
I'm surprised no one fell asleep last night. That was a good show.
There was a show last night?
Oh, I passed it right afterwards. So.
Yeah, there was a show last night.
Oh, I know. I watched some of it. And I regret every second of it.
Yeah, so do I.
That's right.
It's like last night. I was like, okay, Rod, let's get out of here. Let's go. See you. Bye.
Nobody could show up early or on time, so I started playing the game. Everybody in my channel like, come on, you're supposed to start the show.
Yeah, like 15 minutes into your thing.
I watched that, and I fast forward through the gaming part because I was like, wait, they started, what the fuck? And then, yeah, Nick's just giving it to you in the chat. It's fantastic.
10:05, Nick's like, I'll be right there. It's like 10:30, he's not around. So I'm like, fuck it, nobody's coming. I'm going to go play a game. Then him, a ball.
It's like he had ADHD. He's like, fuck this. I'm doing this.
Like, I'm going to game.
Fuck you guys.
Well, I didn't think I'd be the only one there. I was thinking, like, okay, I'll show up casually late. Joe will be there.
Half an hour is not casually late.
You can never rely on Joe. He's very unreliable.
Yeah, you never rely on me. Also, Jamie is here, and he says, hello, fellow kids. Just got home from just got home from a movie. What did I miss? Boy, what didn't you miss?
What movie?
Yeah, what movie? Also, we drank Budweiser. General consensus is no one really likes it. Don't let it warm up, and we're never going to drink it again. And that was it.
What's the beer for next week?
We are doing Rhyme and Reason.
You just still have that right next to you? That's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't put it away yet. I should.
What are we doing 2 weeks from now?
Warm up on his balls.
I'm gonna put yeah, there we go. Put it right here. No, I'm gonna put it back in the fridge. I just haven't.
Yeah, we'll just let it warm up again, and then we'll recool it down later. No big deal.
Yeah. So.
Did I tell you how much they're selling a hemp beer here now in 6-pack?
Rob, we're gonna have to.
One of my scores. Did I tell you?
Rod, the rules for Nick's chat is Rod is never ever allowed to tell us what he paid for a beer. Ever.
No, I didn't even buy a 6-pack. They're selling the 6-pack of the New Belgium hemp beer. They think it's like all the other New Belgium, so like $9.49 a 6-pack.
Mm.
People are like, no, Kroger has to catch on to that because everywhere else is like 12 to 15.
Yeah,
and they have it, and then they started putting out make your own $9.99 pack too. So.
Interesting.
Not a huge deal, but I mean, it's like $3 to $6 less than what other people are paying, apparently.
So these hemp beers, is it like 100% hemp used instead of malted barley, or?
Yeah, they use hemp, but it's a small amount of THC from hemp, so you're not really getting high off.
Which one?
You'll smell like you're high off
the New Belgium.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the hemp seeds.
Yeah.
I'd have to get my hands on one of those to see what that's all about.
I saw it down there in Lewiston when I was there last month.
Yeah,
fuck, I should just brew some myself. Fuck it.
They're using, they're using Pal, white wheat, and midnight wheat. By the way, actually, that's what they're using according to the website.
You brew one. I'd rather have yours.
Oh,
probably.
I don't know. I've had some of his stuff. I don't know. Hit and miss.
Make it extra strong.
So I've discovered that Rhyme and Reason doesn't work for me next week, so let's cancel the show.
It's canceled.
Do you not get collective arts at all, Lee, or no? Or do you get stuff?
I get Ransack the Universe and State of Mind.
Oh, really?
Ransack is so good too. I love Ransack.
I've got State of Mind. I brought that as well.
See, that sounds like a vote in my direction.
Yeah, change of plans, Nick. Sorry. Take your Rhyme and Reason and shove it.
Fuck this fucking Ransack bullshit.
Let me see if I can get State of Mind here.
Oh shit! Changing his mind.
I don't give two shits. I'm not going to show up next week. Fuck
That's true. That's true. Co-signed.
Lee never shows up.
He's like what the fuck are you talking about? I do show up.
I never show up, Greg.
Yeah, I can't get State of Mind
but here's
here
the
anyway.
thing, Joe. We don't expect anything from you. We kind of expect a little bit from Lee, and he
Why?
disappoints us.
Why? Why
That's
do you
fair.
expect anything from me? What is wrong with you?
We have faith in you.
Why?
We have faith in you. We have zero faith in Joe.
You disappoint us in other ways. Like, we totally expect you to not show up, but you do every single time.
Every single time.
It's very
every
unfortunate.
Single beer
Yeah.
analysis.
You let us down in the opposite way, and it's a shame.
We're all beta males.
That's what I do.
What beers can you get from them? Is just Rhyme and Reason? That's it, Nick?
I can get a bunch of beers from them.
Greg, we know you're fucking 7 feet away from the brewery. Settle down.
I used to be able to get more, and I used to be able to get State of Mind here and Stranger Than Fiction, but like the only two that I can get here right now are Rhyme and Reason and Ransack.
Yeah.
State of Mind is.
Did you guys do Ransack already?
Yeah, we did a Ransack already.
I got Stranger Fiction and the Imperial Porter.
The Imperial Porter is good. That's a good beer.
Yeah.
A good beer?
I didn't get the other one. I thought I had. Rhyme and Reason and Ransack got 4 cans.
It's fucking
do something high gravity next week.
Yeah. Wait, excuse me. What now? You want to join next week? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah.
If
If I could get one, whatever.
Yeah.
You could have joined this week, Earth. I have no idea why you didn't.
I felt like I didn't really want to invest in some Budweiser, but
Me too. Me too.
Your words are nerve. It's broken. You weren't the only one.
Try
It was on another show as well, so.
Try to slip in my 24 ounces of Budweiser by buying groceries. They probably looked at me like, "Really? What do you do?"
Let's get real. No one question or doubt Earth and his decisions. I think everyone given. Everyone
he'll
knows
kick you off
already.
his planet.
He not only has our best interests in heart, he has his own best interests in heart. And you should just be content with that and shut up.
Chris, what are you holding out?
This is why I love the United States.
Very grounded.
What is that, Chris?
This would be dill pickle
The
flavored
fuck is that?
Dill pickle flavored what?
peanuts in the shell.
Oh,
Really?
why? Where did you find them in the United States of America?
I found them at the Walmart in the United States.
Well, fucking, that explains a lot for me.
Chris Peters sent him.
Yeah, I sent him an email right away.
How do they cleanse your palate quite well?
They are beautiful palate cleansers.
How do they get the dill pickle into the shell?
Osmosis.
But they're doing it with burgers, aren't they? As well. The
these are fucking dynamite.
No, KFC has their new dill pickled fucking chip.
Come on, are you serious?
Yeah, well, it's just like, so if I don't know if you guys get like the hot, the Nashville hot or the Georgia Gold or whatever the flavors are at KFC up there, but basically when you get them, it's just like they're extra crispy and they just like squirt the fucking whatever flavoring on there, and that's what they apparently do with the dill pickle one. I'm not gonna try because that sounds disgusting.
That sounds like a fucking heart attack.
Would that cleanse your palate?
I mean, I would just ask for some of the sauce in a jar on the side and feel full board.
I'd have it between. I'd have that between.
Those squirting for Joe.
Rod, you're supposed to be professional. Nick is supposed to be the unprofessional one. You have let me down.
This is terrible, man. It's funny, but it's terrible.
Unbelievable. Jamie said he'll be in for next week's show.
Nice. You said you're invited. I'm kidding.
Wow.
I'm not
kidding. This is angry.
Well, all I gotta say, Jamie, is if you show up for next week's show, you're representing me, so you should be on your best behavior.
Did you guys give Nick a hard time after the show for choosing Budweiser? Because he seems a little surly right now.
Yeah.
No, he's just kind of surly as it is, and
you know what? On a show like this, you gotta hit the big ones. You gotta hit the Canadian Budweiser.
Do we have to do like a behind the scenes DVD extra right now on Nick?
Extra.
I'm really keen to do this. Like, Nick's really a taskmaster. He's kind of an asshole when it comes to this shit. He's constantly coming on to us like Facebook. He's like, listen, motherfuckers. We're doing fucking Budweiser this week, and if you're not on the show, you're not going to be a part of the fucking after show. You're a fucking asshole. I might not even invite you to the after show, and I'm going to kick you out of beer tube. And that's kind of like Nick's fucking. That's his modus operandi as far as this thing goes.
True story. He revoked two invites tonight. So
yeah,
everything that Lee says is true.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Lowe was once a fine young gentleman. He has grown into...
It's a radio voice.
He has grown into a fine young man with a photographer's dream, but works in IT.
That's in black. It's black and white.
It's like one of those Canadian heritage moments.
The more you know.
I want this biography of Chris Lysak fucking doing the narration.
Star Man.
Thank you very much.
That's not Star Man.
Nick, do you care to tell your viewers how you choose the beers for Beer Analysis 101? What goes through? What is your thought process?
I honestly think he loses sleep at night because
I do. I feel like
gives him a fucking hard time.
I feel like he just sits in bed instead of counting sheep.
But you guys always give me such a fucking hard time of what we get. Like, Budweiser is one of the easiest choices because, hey, it's got to be on July 4th. Let's do a fucking the most American beer there is.
Whoa.
And yet everybody else gives me a fucking hard time.
All right, Nick, we're all calm here. We're gonna need you to settle down.
So, Joe, I think you need to calm down.
Yeah, well,
a little bit riled up.
Well,
I dream of the 101. I think what, and it's like, and then as soon as I wake up, I write it down. You know,
it's a pain in the ass to try and find a beer that everybody will agree on, and also get you guys to talk about it.
Nick, I had the most American beer there is. It's called PBR, and it's brewed in Canada.
We've already done it. We already did that. Thank you.
I think it's time for a revisit. I heard those are popular.
Yeah, re-examination.
So I can shit on it again.
Every 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's improved. It's improved. Yeah.
We'll just do PBR once a month, every month.
Any bourbon barrel-aged beer. There's some America.
It's America. Oh, yeah. Happy 4th of July. There you go. America.
There you go.
Is it really happy, though? We had to drink Budweiser tonight. Not sure that's really that happy.
That's on you.
That's on Nick, because he's an asshole. All right? Let's be honest. We could do.
I'm heading out. It's 4 a.m.
All right,
Wow.
take it easy,
Yeah.
Craig. Thanks for showing up for Budweiser.
Well,
That's
now this chat's gonna go to the wankers.
Yeah,
All
no,
right, I'm gonna take this
Craig.
off because it's
Why?
Right.
There's at
Hey,
least
Craig.
43 people watching right now. By
there's
43,
at
I mean
least
cut off that last number.
4
It's
people, and it's probably all of us reading the comments.
Oh, you're such
All right,
a
I'm gonna take us
fucking
offline
negative
because it's midnight here, and I'm gonna leave in a few minutes anyway. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you folks later.
Nicholas,
Chris,
shut
we
us down.
kill those women.
What he did. He shut